Hello everyone. So we're going to be covering the Tiffany Henyard video. So I started the video before this one, where I wanted to start with some of the comments, and that video turned into its own video. And so there is a video here on the channel that's all about the comments that's in Roland Martin's comment section in reference to this Tiffany Henyard debacle interview. And so in this one, we're going to do a reaction to the video itself. So let's get going with that.
From all around the country writing about her, talking about her, and which is sort of rare when you are the mayor of a small town in Chicago. Tiffany Henyard is the mayor of Dolton, Illinois. And there have been all sorts of stories written, folks talking about what she wears, talking about her conduct, allegations about spending, you name it. There's been lots of drama, if you will. She joins us right now. I'm glad to have you here in studio. And so first off, so there are a couple of things. You're the mayor of Dolton, and then also there's a township. So explain to folks the difference between those two and what your jobs are.
Sure. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you allow me a platform to speak my truth.
So yeah, I'm gonna interrupt a whole lot. Thank you for having me, and me being here on your platform to speak my lies. I just say thank you, Roland. Thank you, Roland Martin, for putting me here on your platform so I can speak my lies.
I'm the mayor of Dolton. I got elected in 2021, becoming the first female mayor of Dolton and the youngest. And then I got appointed to supervisor a year later. So a mayor, we are all about services. So cut trees down, sidewalks, things of that nature.
By the way, where she ain't doing, there's a news clipping of what the town looks like, friends. Sidewalks is bad. Maybe she cut down trees, I don't know, but the sidewalks is bad. The news had that on there. We had some bad sidewalks out there in Dolton. There's some bad sidewalks in Dolton because of Tiffany Henyard not doing her job.
Supervisor is strictly resources. So help pay your light bill, gas bill, water bill. I even help bury your loved ones. I pay mortgage, I pay rent. It's a resource center. So
okay,
that's the difference.
So Dolton is a town about 20,000. How large is the township? The township covers what?
I cover 190,000 residents. Okay. I'm over 17 towns.
Okay, so yes. And for the township, are those elected positions or appointed positions?
Yes, it's elected. My predecessor passed away, and I was appointed to his seat, therefore taking the rest of his term.
Okay.
So they had nobody else in the town? Was she already the mayor and then she became the supervisor of this? You already the mayor. Or you already the supervisor. And then you become mayor. Like, if you're already the mayor, why would they put you in as the supervisor as well? Wouldn't that go to somebody else in the community? Do it have to be you to do both jobs? I'm just saying. Isn't that a conflict right there? I'm just saying.
And for the different jobs, so Dolton pays you what as mayor? Township pays you what?
Sure. So my mayor position is $50,000, which was already there. And my township position is $224,000, which was already there. When I got sworn into either seat, it came with the salary, which everybody prior to me received.
So this is where Roland should have help us understand. So you got these two seats. You were elected both of these seats. How do you... Right there is a conflict. He should have, which seat were you in first? How did you get into this one? They had nobody else to run? Like, no.
Now, are both of those deemed full-time jobs?
Well, no, part-time.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So she doing these jobs part-time. She running over 190 residents, 17 counties, I guess, or whatever, townships. and then the mayor of one of them, like, and they're part-time. How do you they're part-time. And she making, between the two, she's bringing home $250, $275, almost $300K. Almost $300K for part-time work, friends. I mean, that's the life right there, living nearly $300K just part-time. I just do part-time, you know. It's just part-time. That's how you do. That's how your girl do. Part-time. You understand, Roland? That's how I roll, baby. I rolls like that.
So let's first deal with Dolton. So
Sure.
Your critics say that you have a significant security detail.
Her critics say, the news say, man. Not her critics, the news say.
First of all, how large is your police department in Dolton, and what is your security detail?
So we have about 45 officers in our village. My security is warranted due to the fact of threats and things of that nature. But what people are not stating is it's in our CBA. That's our collective bargaining agreement. That's our union contract. So it comes with a seat. That's what people are not saying. I didn't make this up. I didn't just create this and say, I want security.
How many officers is it?
How many officers is what?
On security detail.
I'm not gonna say how many due to the threats on my life. So,
but if it's in your CBA,
it is in my CBA. I'm not doing anything wrong. I even went to court due to the fact of people suing me saying I cannot have a security detail, and I won. The judge said I can't have a security detail because it's already in a CBA.
Okay.
So fine. It's in the CBA. But so maybe you can have one security guy, maybe two, but the way this thing is looking, it's like you have a whole lot more than just one or two. And if people are threatening you and things like that, and you need that kind of massive security, what are you doing to people that you need to be protecting your life like this, girl? I'm just saying, though. I'm just asking questions. I just got some questions. What you doing?
Okay. And so that's one of the issues there. You have other trustees who suggested that the city is in a deficit. What is the state of the city's finances?
So we are in a deficit, but it's not what everybody's claiming it to be. They're going around with false allegations of 5 million, 7 million.
They're going around with false allegations. It ain't 5 million. It ain't 7 million. It ain't 10 million. It's only 2 million. It's only 2 million. They got false allegations against me, Tiffany Henyard. False allegations. I tell you, this false allegation. False allegation.
Million, 8 million. It's all false. Our deficit is $2 million.
$2 million.
$2 million.
And what's your annual budget?
Our annual budget is $30 million.
$3 million? $30 million.
Yep.
And so how did you, what led to that deficit?
So it comes from them not paying bills. So say, for instance, we have a board meeting and they say, well, we're going to pull this out, pull that out. If they continue to pull bills out later on, what do you have? A deficit, because the bills still due. Just like us not paying our mortgage or not paying our light bill. We still owe the money at the end of the month.
When you say they, who's they?
The trustees, the board.
Okay.
Because the board is the one that votes to pay the bills.
So the board decided that they weren't going to pay certain bills, like perhaps that car that she purchased for $149,000. They decided, those kinds of bills they're not going to pay. So those are your actual bills. On top of bringing home nearly $300,000, you still charge your bills to the town, your car. Now, if it's in your CBA that you get a car, that's a different story. And then they should have max numbers. Yeah, you can't get a $150,000 vehicle. That's not part of the CBA. This girl is too much.
So you have two types of government out there. You got strong mayor, city council, then you have city manager form of government. So mayor and the trustees control the city's finances.
Well, yes, when it comes to the budget, just the budget.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So in terms of who's deciding to pay the bills, so this deficit that you have, you're saying that's a result of the trustees not paying the city's bills?
Correct.
But do you have the resources
Yes.
to pay the bills?
Yes.
So how's there a deficit?
Because they won't pay the bills. So it's still on our books. Until we release the check and pay the bill, we still count it as a deficit.
So you're saying, so you have the money to pay the bills.
Correct.
You're saying your fellow trustees won't pay the bills.
Correct.
Why?
I give you prime example, just to make me look bad. I give you prime example. My job is to.
Honey, hold on. You doing a bang up job of making yourself look bad. Nobody ain't gotta do it for you. Honey, you doing it all by yourself, making yourself look bad. Ain't nobody gotta do that for you, honey. Ain't nobody gotta do that. You do it all by yourself. Miss Tiffany Henyard. Miss Ghetto Girl.
Govern. That's what a mayor does. I'm an executive branch, they're the legislative branch. When I go get money and bring back to our community many grants, they refuse to pay things for residents. I created a roof and window program. They would not vote to pay the.
What'd she say? A roof. She got a roof and windows. Roof and windows, honey. Is that what you said? A roof and window. Roof and window. It's a roof and window. It's a roof and window.
Vendors to fix the roof and windows for our seniors and our veterans. Why? The money's there. It's in a bank account. You can see it. Why would they not pay the bill? So therefore, that program got on hold. These are things I created when I became the mayor of Dolton. But yet, people don't see your vision. It's people trying to take over government, and I won't allow it.
They trying to take over government, and she gonna stand in the middle. She gonna stand firm because she believes in democracy. She believes in the republic. She believes in the people. She believes that government they cannot overthrow the government. They cannot overthrow me. I'm gonna stand in the gap. Girl, you do that. Strong black woman. Strong woman.
They didn't do it prior to the other mayor having it. Why did nobody do any of the things they doing to me?
So when all of this began, this not paying of the city's bills?
So it's funny you asked that question. That's a great question. All this turmoil started right when I became mayor. So that showed me right then and there that.
So all this started when she became mayor. So you saying that these people haven't paid certain bills ever since you became mayor? Because when you became mayor, you were bringing all kinds of different bills that they weren't paying before. They weren't paying them before. So you have racked up $2 million or $7 million is what I really believe it is, actually, in debt. Because your bills is what you're asking the trustees in the town and the taxpayers to pay for. Girl.
The plot was to remove me from office right in the beginning. I wasn't even in office for a good month before my board started to sit here and start to try to remove me from my seat that I earned and won by 82%, remind you, 82%, taking out an incumbent that had the seat prior to me.
So.
Wait a minute. So that's the mayor's seat. So she ran for the mayor's seat and took down an incumbent that was there. Okay, and then in the township role, the guy died and she was appointed. Who appointed? Oh, wait a minute. Did she appoint herself as mayor? Could she done that? No, because that position is bigger than her mayor's position. So she couldn't have like executive privilege there to say, okay, I'm the mayor of Dolton and this guy has died and I'm going to make myself the township supervisor. No, I'm curious, friends. I'm curious as to how she's the person who has both positions. I'm curious about that. I'm curious about how she says she ran and won her seat as mayor. Okay, fine. But how did you get that other position is what I want to know. And when did each position come up first? If you were already the township supervisor, why would you need to be the mayor too of this town? Like,
when your fellow trustees, let's say Kiana Belcher, she's quoted as saying mismanagement of funds. You're saying, no, it's not mismanagement. They're just not paying bills.
That's correct.
And so when you hear that from her, then what's the response? And if that's the case, have you released publicly the list of bills that they don't pay?
Yes.
And where's that?
So that is normally on my website, or it is on my social media platform. And I verbally said at board meetings, you can see it when they go and they take out bills, they verbally tell you what they're taking out. Therefore, people can just add it up.
Council meeting.
In the council meeting. So you can know and you can follow exactly what bills.
When she say that these things are on her website and on her social media, we're not doing business in social media, friend. The people's business aren't being done in social media, so you expect them to go to your social media to find information? No. No, that's like go to my Twitter feed. You find me in my Twitter. Go find me in my Twitter. That's where you gonna see the numbers there. You gonna see the paperwork there. Go see it in my Twitter. No, go on my Facebook. Go on my Instagram. That's where you gonna find it on my Instagram. On my TikTok. You find it on my TikTok. No, that's not what we're doing. No. And then she say on her website, and I mean, sure, you can put it on your website. It could be on the city's website. Now, not your personal website. It should be on the township website where the town do business. Like, that's legitimate. It's on the township website. It's on the, that's where it's at. That's okay. You can have it on the township website, but not your personal website. It shouldn't be on your personal website. So right there, I would have asked, is this your personal website, or is this is this where the town goes to do business on the web? Is that where it's at? You know what I'm saying? So it's two different things. You need to be able to separate the two. Tiffany Henyard, the ghetto girl. Tiffany Henyard, the ghetto girl mayor. You need to be able to do this separate.
They're not paying, and it adds up. Eventually you get to $1 million, then $2 million. And then also they have legal bills of $2 million of suing me for different reasons, like what you're saying to you.
Who sued you?
The trustees. They take me to court for anything they say, right? Then we go to court and I won. I won over 24 cases. Yesterday I just got word I won another case. So I'm 25-0. So how?
So currently, your little town has $2 million in deficit with a $30 million budget. You're $2 million in debt because you say the trustees won't pay your personal bills, because you're submitting your bills as the town's bills, so they're not paying it. So therefore, you are in debt $2 million. And then you say that the trustees have sued you. So they're suing you, and so that the trust, the commission, is also in debt for $2 million. Like, that's something Roland Martin should have said, wait a minute, I need to understand here. Are you saying that there's $2 million towards you, or there's $2 million towards the town? Are we in debt really for $4 million? Is what I would have wanted to clarify, Roland Martin, the interviewer and all, the journalist.
How is it possibly the mayor of Dolton? People got to pause and think like, dang, she keep winning. If she keep winning, we got to look at the trustees. They're the ones that's spending the money on legal bills. Their attorney, which is legislative counsel. No, for what?
So you're saying that the trustees are not paying bills.
Correct.
In addition, by them constantly suing you, they're now piling up legal bills. Correct. And that is what's also contributing to the deficit of the state.
That's correct. And then we also had contracts that was needed to be negotiated when I came in office for police, for fire, and for public works. So once we negotiate some of those contracts, of course, that adds to the deficit because now you got to increase people pay. And we've done that. You got retro pay, you got all kinds of things that take into account. But what they're not telling you is what I'm telling you here. People got to state facts so people understand. Right now, just throw this out there, throw that out there, and no facts to back it up.
What I'm trying to understand is this is not a large city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I spent
right.
6 years in Chicago, and so whether you're talking about Dolton, Harvey, we're not talking about large cities.
Right.
There's a whole lot of drama for a
Yes.
town of 20,000 people.
I agree. But it's led by one person.
Who?
Tiffany Henyard. That's who it's led by. Tiffany Henyard. Before she talks about anybody else, it's led by you, Tiffany Henyard.
Their legislative council. He wanted to take me out of my seat.
Who is that?
That is Bert Oderson.
So you think all of this is because he wants to beat you?
Yes, he wants the position of corporate counsel.
Explain that.
Corporate counsel is the one that run the day-to-day for a village. They're the one that sit next to the mayor at the board meetings, and they basically have all the lawsuits. So anybody that sues our village, he will be the person that go and defend it. So it's all about contract. It's all about a power grab. That's all it is.
So is he a fellow? He's a trustee?
No. He's the trustees legislative council. So they use him to fight against me. So I'll give you another example. They just had a secret squirrel meeting. What I mean by secret squirrel meeting, an illegal meeting they had at our park district. When they had our park district,
they say it's a legal meeting. Why are you calling it a legal meeting?
Because they cannot go and have a quorum. That's the open meeting violation of 4 people. They do that every time. So now they're trying to have their own separate government. When we have board meetings, it's the first of every month.
Yeah, first of all, official board meetings have to be posted.
Correct.
Have you filed any complaints with the state attorney general?
Yes.
Saying they are meeting illegally?
Yes, so we working on that, meaning we posted it and we filed it. So now we're just waiting on a response for that. So once we get the response, we will share with the public. But you can't sit here and have your own separate government. We either gonna get along or we're not. But we're not gonna get along. You wait till election time and therefore you run against me. That's how this go. But yet you put all this negativity in our village, putting everybody in danger, and I don't appreciate that.
When you say putting everyone in danger, how so?
Like you have people that come out from New York, people that come from all over and fly into our town just to get stories and follow us around. And then they go in our village halls, harass our residents, harass our staff. So it's become more than what people are seeing.
So you're saying, because of the attacks on you, you had stories in the New York Post, Fox News, other places.
Love how he threw Fox News in there. Love how he did that. Fox News come out. Yeah.
And you're saying all of that has contributed to these attacks directly on you and residents.
Correct.
You've been, talk about the threats that you had to deal with.
Oh, wow. Tons of threats.
The story that she tells about these threats, you're just like, really? That's all you got? That's all you got?
It's in email, it's in text form, it's on voicemail. People come to our village and threaten us. People have been arrested for coming and threatening us. It's all types of things it's a record of that warrants why we need security. And it's sad because people got to understand, I am a single Black parent with a daughter, 4-year-old, that go in and out of my house. You got people pulling up, taking pictures. You even got that trustee, that Kiana Belcher, came to my house, took pictures of my house, and then spread it out, gave it to everybody, causing me and my family to be in much danger. And these are the things we reported, we talk about, we tell people. It's just a vindictive against me, and I don't appreciate it at all.
What'd she say? It's a vindictive against me? What'd she say? That is what she said, Amania. She said, it's a vindictive against me. This girl can't even speak properly. She can't even speak properly. Alizé, she can't even speak properly.
Just don't.
When you look at how you're being framed, you are being called crazy, deranged, saying that you are stealing funds. You also you have a charity that from the Attorney General's office is I understand they sent a cease and desist letter to your foundation.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm not crazy. I'm not
You have
deranged.
Tiffany Henyard Cares, your foundation. So the Attorney General's office hasn't reached out to you regarding your foundation?
So I want to set the record straight. I don't have a foundation. I am a supporter of anybody that's struggling with cancer. My mom had breast cancer, and I'm always push anybody that has that. If someone uses my name to push their charity, or if you say this is Tiffany t-shirt, people gonna buy it. Because right now I'm considered what? Clickbait. People make money off of my name by views. So you just say my name.
Don't have a, you say you don't have a foundation.
I do not. And that's why I tell everybody, go do your research. I'm not on anything.
So
this girl, look at her. Look at her bumpy little look. It's true, Roland Martin. I ain't done nothing wrong. These people lying on me. I was a good girl. I was a good black woman, black mother, good black mother. I ain't done nothing wrong. I'm sensitive to the people. I can't sign with you. Take care of you. My God.
When we see all of this back and forth, when we see this going back and forth, have you, and I've seen this happen before with school districts, I've seen this happen before with city councils, have you called in the state to come mediate?
Did I call in the state?
Have you reached out to the state to come in and mediate what's going on here? So I've seen school boards where you have lots of drama, and Texas Education Agency, comes in and deals with that. You're having these issues there. Have you reached out to state lawmakers? Have you reached out to state representatives, senators to say, hey, how can we resolve these issues? Because if they're not paying bills, if legal fees are piling up, that's just more taxpayer money being spent.
Correct. And yes, we have. So maybe 2 people might have reached out to us in the beginning. We was doing kumbaya. We was having meetings. We was talking about what we have an issue with one another. The sad thing is, it just reminded me of high school. It's just a he say, she say thing. Well, I don't like you because of this, or I don't understand this. It was more of that than basically taking care of the business of the town. We got elected to serve. That's it. We didn't get elected to make sure we like one another. And that's why I get upset with people that are in government. I want them to put their difference to the side and do what's right for the people. That's it. That's why I'm in this seat, because I care about my town. I won by 82% because people know and they saw me doing the work.
So
I love the way she said that. They saw me doing the work. I was on the ground doing the work. You can't tell me I didn't do the work. I was on the ground. And from what I understand, she really didn't win by that much. Just a lot of people did not come out to vote. And her numbers that she won by was like very, very minuscule, like tiny. And again, people did not really come out to vote. So note to self, friends, this is what you get when you don't get involved. You get Tiffany Henyard. It's true.
When you so let's talk about, because I've read different stories and I'm trying to understand what they mean. So let's talk about a meeting. Your critics say you came dressed up as Nino Brown playing Bitch Better Have My Money. Did that happen?
Oh, wow. Okay, so let me clear that up so we can understand. I did not come as Nino Brown. I did a scene from Martin. One thing I am, I'm young. So I try to make sure I reach my young voters.
You did a scene from Martin where? Was it at Dolton or Thornton Township?
This is Dolton. This is all of the village, really.
Okay, got it.
All the smoke and the heat coming from my mayoral seat, but they mixed the two because people don't understand the difference between the two. But I did come as a scene from Martin. I even made fun about it and did a skit and posted it on my TikTok just to show people my sense of humor side. Because at the end of the day, you got to meet the voters where they are. You got to meet the youth where they are. And that it did work. People pay attention to the meetings. They come in, they check out and see what's going on. And just give you a little more clarity of it. We had an election. And I was being funny about it. Somebody knows something, meaning somebody knew where the votes went. During the election, the night of the election, we won, meaning one of our candidates. And then come like a week or two later, all of a sudden the votes disappeared. So somebody took all the votes through mail-in ballots. So I went in and I was like, somebody knows something. That's all it was. It was before my meeting, not during my meeting. And you can watch it, you'll see it was before. Everybody laughing, even the people that's into it with me. Everybody laughed, because that's all it was. It was just a sense of humor, and they took it and flipped it into this big thing that you see.
So
So she just dropped something right there, a little nugget, but I picked up on that. Something about mail-in ballots. She had an election and something happened to ballots. And so when they say that elections, when we on the right or conservatives are saying, something happened in the 2020 election, and we know that things happen in these Democrat areas, mail-in ballot harvesting and so on. That's what she just touched on. That's what she just talked about right there. That's what she just highlighted. There was an issue election night about ballots for her, but she still won. But I thought that was very, very interesting. And of course, Roland Martin, that goes over his belly, that goes over his head. we ain't gonna touch talking about the election and issues with ballots, mail-in ballots. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
If that's the case, then are you looking at making adjustments in terms of how you operate, how you govern, because they're criticizing that. They're criticizing you putting up billboards. I mean, literally, they're criticizing attire, you name it.
Yeah. So it's sad to see that because you would think somebody will reach out and say, hey, Mayor, I want to work with you. Let's sit down and talk and go over things that I think you should improve or change. A lot of people just upset because I am a trendsetter. I am a trailblazer. I am showing people what they should have done with the seats with an S before I.
This woman is really full of herself. I am a trendsetter. I am a trailblazer. I am the future. I'm doing more than I'm running. At one point, she does say it. I'm running circles around them, or something to that effect. Wow, girl, it's a whole lot of heat. You got a lot of smoke.
I took over. And as you know, I want to do the work. So I ask the lawyers what I can and what I cannot do. And when they tell me what I can do, I go and I execute. There's nothing wrong with billboards because they are providing service. If it was something so wrong with billboards, people wouldn't have cut our phone lines. Like an example of other things we dealing with. They cut our phone lines over at my supervisor's position. Because that's what we put the billboards up. It's talking about service.
They cut our phone lines. Who's that?
They cut our phone lines. It was the college, South Suburban College.
Okay.
And they went ahead and service in over 30 years, never been cut. But the minute I put up a billboard, the line get cut. So now when people call the phone number, how do you get services? So now you get people complaining, saying the number don't work, you got all these issues, things like that. But these are the things I'm dealing with that people don't know, the public don't see, and you don't never hear me talk about it. I just go through the motions and just deal with it. But it actually has been working. All our numbers are up by 3-4 times in every department, especially the food department.
Our numbers are up. What numbers?
The numbers. So for instance, I'll give you an example. So our food pantry, we used to feed maybe 100, 150 people a day. We now feed 500 people a day. So when people talk, they should go research the numbers of back then and then research my numbers and compare. I'm putting that together just so I can show the public, because now it's all about showing people that everybody been lying this entire time doing a smear campaign. So now.
She sounds like she is proud that there's more people struggling. At least that's what I'm picking up. That there's more people struggling in her town that now needs more food. I get it. She's saying the billboards are reaching people and more people are coming in. They know about our services. I get that. I get that. But in the same breath, I'm just like, the goal should be really to reduce the number of how many people you're feeding, right? Not increase, if that makes any sense. I'm just saying.
Now I'm going to show them, and then now you judge. Because y'all all judging, meaning people out there are judging off of hearsay, false allegations, and not facts. Get facts first, and then make your judgment.
Take me through.
Yo, false allegations. That is the word. False allegations. They doing false allegations.
What took place with the change in pay for the Thornton position? What your critics say is you led an effort to cut the salary if you don't get reelected, but the salary stays the same if you are reelected.
And see, that's again what I mean by research and what I say the media and everybody doing the smear campaign. It's an ordinance already on the books. They didn't tell you that, right?
No, what's the ordinance?
The ordinance is on the books. My predecessor, he created that ordinance, and it's already there. That if he was to run or not run, that the salary drops. It's already there.
Okay, so you're saying prior to you coming there, that was that his decision, or was that the Thornton Township trustees' decision?
Well, it's them as a group because they have to vote on it. It's
right.
Ordinance form, so yes, it was everybody's decision.
So you're saying that predated you?
Yes, and it's there. I have the proof for it.
Okay, yes. So the salary is currently what? For
myself, $224.
So when there's the next election, then if the current supervisor is not reelected, then it drops to what?
25.
Do you know what the rationale was for that?
Well, it was like I just stated, it was already on the books, but no one did the research. They went and did this whole story of, hey, Tiffany did XYZ. Now, don't get me wrong. We did cut the prior salary was 50K.
So, I'm sorry, cut what?
50,000. The ordinance that I'm talking about.
Right.
It was $50,000 that they created. Now we cut it in half. We did do that because everybody said we make too much money. So we did do that.
Okay, but it was cut from what, 224 to 50?
No.
What I'm trying to say, what was 50?
The ordinance that they created.
Okay.
Meaning the previous person before me. That's what they created before me. So it was $50,000. So no matter what or who ran against that person, it was already dropping to those numbers.
It was dropping from
whatever their salary was, which is the 224
to
$50,000.
Okay, and then when you came in,
I dropped it to $25,000. All I did was cut the 50
to 25
in half.
And why was that?
Because everyone said the salary was too high. So all I did was just reduce it by half. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But do you understand what I'm saying? It was already on the books. It was never going to stay to something, ever. It was always going to drop down.
And you're saying that predated you?
It does, yes. We have the ordinance. If you like the ordinance, we can give it to you.
What is your relationship with...
Right there. That whole bit right there. So the question, Roland Martin, should be, so anybody coming into this position, they're going to be looking at $25,000. You get paid $224,000. I get it, that the ordinance was already there when you came in. So the same way you slashed it from 50,000, at least that guy, but by the way, that guy was corrupt too, whoever put the system and this setup in place. So anybody coming in, like the news said, it deters people from running for the seat because guess what? They're looking at not even 50,000. People might say, okay, you know what? I can try to fix the town, and 50 might be okay. I could do 50. But she went in and she slashed it from 50 to 25. So the question would be, well, Miss Tiffany Henyard, I get that you went and did this, and you're saying the salaries is too much. So why aren't you cutting your salary, 50% or 75% or whatever? Why aren't you cutting your salary since they're saying y'all make too much money? Why aren't you cutting your $224,000 that you make? No?
The township trustees, because again, there are two different entities here.
Correct.
How many trustees are you dealing with the city of Dolton?
6.
6. How many are you dealing with Thornton Township?
4.
Okay, so do you have issues with the Thornton Township?
Actually, I don't. It might be one person that might not want to agree with things there, but everybody else is on board. I have no issue like I do in Dolton.
So what you're saying, most of all this drama is really happening with the city of Dolton.
Correct.
If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know.
The trustees on Thursday voted for a resolution asking the FBI to investigate. Do you support that to help clear you, or do you believe their action was wrong?
So, as I stated, and I made a statement for the news, there is no subpoenas in my office and no one that we know of regarding the investigation. So
right now, what I'm saying is they passed a resolution calling for a federal investigation. And so what I'm asking is, are you saying, hey, if I did nothing wrong, fine, y'all come and investigate, or do you believe the action of these trustees was improper?
I think they should investigate everybody. And that way you see who is clear, period. And I will talk to this more at my board meeting on Monday. Because if you're going to do one, do everybody.
Well, first of all, if the federal authorities, I know how federal investigations work. Once they come in, they don't look at one person. They actually examine everything. We're chatting with the mayor of Dolton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard. She joins me here in studio. So I'd asked you before we went to the break. I talked about again this charity and the Illinois Attorney General's office. This is from CBS affiliate there, says that The accusation comes at the same time the Illinois Attorney General's office told Henyard's charity multiple times in recent months to stop improperly soliciting donations because it had not registered with the state as required by law. And you said that's not your charity.
Correct.
Okay. So were you ever? So there was. So show the video here. 'Cause I'm trying to understand this here. So this is a video of you marching with the charity. So what is this?
So what they're not telling you is we literally walked to Springfield to create a bill to help anybody that suffered from cancer, whether it's the village of Dolton, Thornton Township, and then I increased it to the state of Illinois. And that bill will help people by giving them $10,000. And that's a bill that we actually are initiating, and we're still working on it. When I went through the Republican states, the Republican areas, we didn't have any issue. Everybody was on board because everybody is suffering from cancer or knows someone that passed or is actually going through it. So that was the whole purpose of the walk, to basically bring.
Wonder, because she say that, she went to Republicans for money and they gave her money. They were all on board to help because she presented them a good cause. I wonder how the Democrats did on that, because I feel like she brought it up for a reason, that she specifically said we went to the Republicans and brought this up and they supported us. But I'm wondering, did your fellow Democrats support you too? No? No? Because they're the ones who's needing help. They're the ones who's benefiting from it, right? It's the Democrats who's benefiting from it, not Republicans. The Republicans will give it to you. You know, they'll give you the resource, they'll give you the funding, they'll give you the money. And it's the Democrats that needs the resource, that needs the money. I picked that up. I did. Again, Republicans really, truly always helping. Democrats, not so.
Bring awareness and bring people together. That's what the whole purpose of it is.
But if you had, so there were folks with signs saying Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. Who was that?
What do you mean? It's everybody. Everybody was there.
No. What I'm saying is, what is the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation? You said it's not affiliated with you at all.
Correct.
Well, what is it?
So someone made up a foundation. They named it after me, and they like my work that I do in the community, and it's called Tiffany Henyard Cares. So we all went.
Now, but they weren't registered. Have you contacted them and told them you can't use my name improperly?
Well, my lawyer's handling a lot of that stuff, so all I can tell you is that I'm not the one on anything. That's the only thing I can tell you right now. So I'm just trying to answer to the.
So you're saying there's a foundation that's not registered, but it has nothing to do with you?
Correct. That's true.
Okay.
That's
so you're
true.
not aware of any of the work that they've done, money that they've raised, anything along those lines?
Correct.
Okay.
And he moves on. He moves on. That's all, friends. He's moved on. Tiffany Henyard. Any event, friends, I'm going to actually stop this conversation here. And I just wanted to respond to some of this joke of, let me make this big. So I just wanted to respond to this. It's crazy that this girl is getting away with all of this, but there is more to come because she has a board meeting that actually happened last night, and I'm going to chime in on that too. So I will end this video now, and I'll see you in that one. So thanks for coming by, watching, sharing, subscribing. We're going to be on to the next episode with Miss Tiffany Henyard once again. She truly is the gift that keeps on giving. These Black women are truly the gift that keeps on giving. Corrupt politician, corrupt Black woman. You put these Black women in power. Look at what's happening. We got 3 off the top of my head right now. 3 off the top of my head. Tiffany Henyard, Fannie Pack Willis, and Letitia James. We got 3 of them right there. 3 of them. Corruption. Oh my God. It's terrible. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one.